I didn't wake up that morning expecting anything to change. If anything, I woke up already tired, the kind of tired that settles into your bones and doesn't leave, no matter how much sleep you don't get. My alarm went off before the sun came up, and I lay there for a moment staring at the ceiling, listening to my baby breathe in the crib beside my bed. That sound, his breathing, was the only thing that gave me the strength to get up. I moved quietly so I wouldn't wake him. I made myself a cup of cheap instant coffee, didn't finish it, and pulled on my work clothes. Same routine, same thoughts. Just get through the day, just keep going. I had lost my husband while I was pregnant. Even now, saying that feels unreal. We had plans, small ones, but they were ours. He never got to hold our son, never heard his laugh. Some days the grief felt loud. Other days it was quiet but heavy, like carrying something you couldn't put down. I worked early cleaning shifts in an office building. Empty desks, shiny floors, trash cans full of other people's lives. I cleaned around their success while counting every coin in my head. That morning was no different. When my shift ended, the sun was just starting to rise. I wrapped my coat tighter around me and started walking home. My body hurt. My mind was already thinking about feeding my baby, maybe stealing a short nap before everything started again. That's when I heard it. A cry. At first, it barely registered. My brain was foggy. I kept walking, but something tugged at me. A sound like that doesn't belong outside, not that small, not that fragile. I stopped. The street was quiet. No cars, no people. I told myself I was imagining it. Exhaustion does that. Motherhood does that. Grief does that. Then I heard it again, clearer this time. I followed the sound toward a bus stop bench, and there, wrapped in a thin blanket that did almost nothing to protect him from the cold, was a newborn baby. My heart stopped. I remember thinking, this can't be real. But it was. His skin was cold, his cry was weak, and suddenly all the walls I had built around myself collapsed. I picked him up and held him close instinctively, like my body already knew what to do. He fit against me perfectly. I checked his tiny hands, his face, his breathing. I whispered nonsense words, the same ones I used with my son. He calmed down, just a little, and I felt tears running down my face without realizing when they started. I didn't know who had left him. I didn't know why. I only knew that walking past him would have broken something in me forever. I called for help. Waiting was agony. Every second felt too long. When the authorities arrived, they took him carefully, professionally, and I suddenly felt empty, like I had lost something I was never meant to have. They thanked me, asked questions, took my information, then they left. I went home and held my own son tighter than usual. All day my thoughts kept drifting back to that bench, to that tiny cry, to whether he was warm, whether he was safe. That evening, my phone rang. They asked me to come to an office building, the one I cleaned every morning. I didn't understand why until I arrived. A man was waiting for me, older, tired eyes. He told me the baby was his grandson. His voice shook as he spoke. Their family had been searching, not knowing what had happened. He said my decision to stop had saved a life. I didn't know what to say. I didn't feel like a hero. I felt like someone who almost didn't stop. Weeks passed, then months. The family stayed in touch, and through a strange chain of events I never could have planned, I was offered training for a new role, something stable, something that meant I didn't have to choose between survival and being present for my child. It wasn't easy. Nothing about healing ever is. But slowly, my life began to feel less like something I was enduring and more like something I was building again. Sometimes when I walk past that bus stop, I still hear the echo of that cry, and I think about how close I came to missing it, how close I came to staying broken. That morning taught me something I carry with me every day now. Even when you feel empty, even when you think you have nothing left, one small act of care can quietly lead you back to hope.